All right. We are now live. Everybody, welcome back to Knuckles Family and Fan Podcast. Where this podcast discuss everything that's going on in pop culture, whether that's video games, anime, comics, and tonight is a very special episode because I got the Marvel crew back, guys. I got the Marvel crew back. It's been a minute since we got together. Last time we got together was the Hawkeye finale discussion, and then that noise in the background is okay. I'm gonna say like he cut off the audio from the car. So I'm gonna say thank you, Anthony. But he'll unmute us when he has to talk. But no, it's been a minute since we all got together and talked about a Marvel series. Because I mean, granted, Moon Knight and Miss Marvel passed, but our schedule was just too tight right there. But we were able to get together to talk about She-Hulk, Attorney of Law that just premiered yesterday on Disney Plus. But y'all already know who I am. Y'all know I'm RL Knuckles. Y'all you know me as later games and video games because I pick female characters all the time. I'm a furry lover when it comes to anime. I got no shame in that. I don't give a fuck what y'all got to say about that. But y'all know who I am. But let me go down and let's who's here right now with me. That's returned after a month's hiatus. Right now we have Derek, who's at a secret location right now. He can't say where he's at, or else the government's gonna like cut him off right there. So and his you can't see his black guys. Like he is like I can't see his face right now. Like I don't know. And right here we got the Miss Lovely Rachel, who brings the only diversity to the show right now. Because all could have been all black, but she had to ruin it for us and shit like that. But you know, it's all over the end of the day. She came back from Spain. Happy to see her back. She's also getting ready to go to D23 with her currently making her Wanda cosplay, which she's on crunch time for that right now. So, hey, Eric's giving you a clap now. I can't hear him because his audio's cut off, but he's giving you a clap right now.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Give her a clap. Give her a clap. She's almost done. Almost done. So
Almost.
I can't wait to see. Are you gonna wear it to New York Comic Con too?
Yes.
Yes. And also here we got the OG, the comic nerd, the legend himself, Eric, who just joined us a few minutes ago, right before we started. So he came at the perfect time. I'm glad he's able to join it right before we started. And last but not least, we got my man Anthony, who is showing his dedication for his friendship because he's currently driving right now to AC. But he's like, nah, I gotta get on this podcast right now. So hopefully he doesn't die while we're recording this right now, because I would hate to be like, oh shit, RL, you had someone die on your live, you're like, never watching your shit again. I'm like, oh shit, we're canceled at this point. So Anthony, thank you for joining us right now. And as I said before, we're here to talk about the first episode of She-Hulk, and a lot to get into. Like I said, first episode, but not a whole lot happened. But I said I'm excited to talk about it. I'm excited, to have my friends back here with us because it's a very special day. I didn't want to go first today because I'm just so excited to see everyone back right now. So if anyone that wants to go first, feel free because like I said, excited to have y'all back. I don't want to go first. I'm being graceful today. So somebody can go first. I don't care. Y'all fight it out. Y'all rock paper scissors for that shit. Like I don't know, but somebody that goes first to talk
I
about
didn't like it.
Okay, okay, there we go, right there. All right, Derek, you'll be the first one. He didn't raise his hand. He just said I didn't like it. There you go, Derek. Explain to the audience why you did not like it because you already told me on the phone that yeah, he has some shit to say. So please, Derek, talk your shit because I can't wait. I cannot wait. Please go ahead and talk your shit.
While I have all the faith in the world in Kevin Feige and John Favreau, Disney Plus is great for the shows and everything, but they're kind of speeding along her progression, and I get it since it's like a short series and they kind of want to just catapult us into the next phase. Uh, Don't you guys think? I mean, they made her a little too amazing at this shit. Like Bruce, I was laughing because Bruce was actually trying to like talk her down as if she was gonna rage out and like attack him with the whole son to getting real low line. Like that shit was funny to me. I was like,
He was
nah.
treating her like Blue in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Like she's related. I mean, there was no real reason to fear it because Hulk's alter ego stems from something totally different. Like Bruce has always had that with him. It just gave him power. It just happened to give his alter ego power. Now, I
I
like where the story's going. I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah,
No, it's gonna take just one quick comment on like you're saying how she's too good at everything in the beginning. I think it's just more of the fact since she is different than Bruce because she's quote created like differently than
right.
him, that like she's gonna react and have different skill sets than him off the
And
bat.
I'm kind of chilling with this because I know that the chick that wrote this was the chick that wrote the Pickle Rick episode. If nobody actually knew that, like, so the satire and the wittiness and the humor is going to be there, obviously. But I'd hate to say it, Mark Ruffalo did not look like he wanted to be there when he wasn't in CGI. Like, if he wasn't the Hulk, he looked incredibly bored.
All right, so there you go.
In my
Derek said,
personal opinion, all I'm going to say is to end this whole thing off. Daredevil better be worth it. And if Bruce doesn't fucking snap and go back to being the Hulk by the end of this, I don't see.
I think that's over. I mean, he's
Yeah, I think
basically
that's done, man.
he's
yeah,
just basically
I
smart
don't.
Hulk now.
I
They
think
Yeah.
can't.
Hulk
They can't
fans are
do
like
that.
holding on
They
too
can't do
close.
that. I just found some.
Yeah.
I was talking to him about it, and Knuckles. I was talking to Knuckles about it, and apparently, in the next 2 years, Universal will have to forfeit their rights to the Hulk property due to the fact that they haven't made any movies, and the only time they ever gave him any airtime is in the MCU. So it's like, you better be lining something up, and it better be phenomenal, because a lot of this seems like just more cash grabbing. I like it. It's fun. It's I love She-Hulk. She's fucking sexy. Yeah, I said it.
She looked good. No, she looked good. She looked
Yeah,
good.
I
Like
said it.
a better
Did she?
CGI.
Nah.
No,
I
no.
don't.
Well, y'all looking at the same thing I was looking at?
I thought
No.
she was. Wait. Are we talking in terms of CGI or just like attractive?
I'm talking about CGI. I'm not
Talking about
talking about the actual
CGI and
woman.
her
Oh,
design
Yeah.
in general.
I'm just talking.
I mean,
I'm just talking about her
Tatiana
attractiveness.
Maslany is an attractive woman,
Yeah, I'm talking about
but
the
the
attractiveness level.
CGI,
The CGI.
no.
Okay. Wait. I don't want to cut Derek Simon. I'm sorry about that, Derek.
I'm done.
Are you done?
Oh,
Okay.
and Daredevil is always worth it.
Daredevil better be worth
Yes.
it. And
Yes,
did you
Especially if it's Charlie
Daredevil is
Cox.
always worth it.
For
Yes.
did you see
8.
what
I
they're
mean,
doing to Kingpin?
What's
Like,
that?
they're actually making him. They're actually making Kingpin like big.
they are.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
they're making. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm done talking shit.
Yeah. I'll give my quick thoughts about it, actually. I thought it was a good first episode. I like
Great.
they're going for a sitcom lawyer show, and I like the fact at the beginning of the episode was like she broke the fourth wall. I think that's very important. If you know, but she breaks the fourth wall. So I like that at the beginning at the episode she did that. Um, okay, I think what I'm gonna pick up what Derek was saying. In fact, that Jen was able to catch on quick to what Hulk was able to do. And I understand we're not getting like the real Hulk back, but do you feel as though this Hulk is like watered down when it comes to strength? Because I feel as though if we're going back to the original Hulk, I feel as though he would have like wrecked Jen because this guy stopped
I
the
think
tank.
it's like
This
similar in the sense of like because now he's merged with Hulk and they're like this in between thing that it's more like basically taking a dude that was like had anger issues and was roided up rage all the time, mixing with a dude that was like normal ish and like mixing that. So he's gonna be toned down. He's not gonna be like rage angry grunting crazy dude again. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand that, but like in terms of strength, though, because I feel as though he could have been
Well, you
done so
also
much
have to
more.
remember Hulk's strength comes from rage, and Bruce Banner himself is not. He's hey,
Okay, last but not least.
but Bruce Banner himself, he's not a fighter. So a lot of the stuff that he was doing, like he's not Hulk. You know what I mean? So
and also in this in between like version of him, is he like slightly also smaller than he used to be, or is it
Yeah.
just
yes,
Yeah,
okay?
he is. He's
I couldn't
definitely.
tell if that was like me just forgetting how big he actually was, or like
Definitely a lot smaller.
He
But
gets
no, I
bigger
say,
as he gets
oh,
more angry.
Oh, and there he goes.
there he goes. He'll be
He
back.
starts.
But
He
no,
starts to grow.
yes, but I get what
Hmm.
you're saying though. I get what you're saying. I mean, like I said, I think, like I said, to piggyback what we were saying, I think the Hulk is done. Like the actual anger Hulk, he's done. I mean, I don't see him coming back,
I don't
unfortunately.
believe
Like,
it.
also I'm kind
uh,
of like, why would you? Other than like, ooh, big scary guy that goes and wrecks things, cool. Like, what did like? He's not an interesting side of the character, at least to me.
Yes.
It's like, why do you want to
Yes.
go back to a bumbling,
What?
like, basically an animal? Why do you want that?
But I get it because, like, well, one,
Well,
like,
well,
how are you gonna make? How do you make 3 movies out of somebody just hulking out? You
is
can't.
that? You can't. It's
People
gonna
are
be the
gonna say
same
it's
shit.
boring.
It's gonna
You
be the
know what I mean?
same
Like,
thing
because
over and
you
over
have
again.
to have a character to interact with, to humanize and empathize for. You're not gonna sit there and have a like, oh, he just rages out and does his thing every
It'd
two
be this.
seconds.
It'd be
If
repetitive.
yeah,
that's
if
like
you
saying
have that
we
by
don't
the
need
second
werewolf
movie,
movies.
what'd you
So
say?
kill. That's like saying we don't need werewolf movies. So kill Twilight.
I mean, did you like Twilight? The joint was terrible, bro. Like,
No, no,
it was
no.
awful.
I'm
So you proved my point for me.
Yeah,
I'm just
Like,
speaking for the narrative of vampires versus werewolves. I
and
would have
what was the last
suppose.
good vampire movie you saw? I know
Huh?
it wasn't Morbius.
Oh no. We
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
we're not
Yeah,
that we're not that dumb to give Jared Leto our money again. How many?
yeah.
Please.
I don't know why they put it back in theaters because the
I,
whole
I
morbid
don't
time.
know.
The
they
morbid time was
basically they
funny.
got trolled and tricked by the internet. That's all that happened.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know why how they did it, but no, I said
That was like,
I yeah, but no, I see your point. Like I said, Hulk is not coming back, but I do like the fact that we saw one thing that was answering was that did it take? Oh shit,
You
hopefully
know
Anthony
what?
will be back.
Hold up, Knuckles. You
What's
said
up?
Hulk's not coming back.
I don't think the actual Hulk is coming back. All I'm
Let's
saying
bet.
is,
Let's bet on that.
unless they do like a Red Hulk type of thing.
Let's bet. Oh, General. Yeah, he's already coming back.
Hmm.
General's coming
So
Yeah.
back. That's true. He's
we
coming back.
we can put bread on that, bro, because I know for a fact he's coming back.
I'm broke. I ain't been shit right
It's all
now.
good. Look, I'm just putting it out there right now.
I
Hulk's coming back.
I'm not the only one that agrees with it. Eric and Rich agree with that shit too. That Hulk ain't coming back. Don't come at
Coming back.
me. Bet on all of us. Don't just me. I'm not the bad guy right here. They
I'm
also
putting
said
that.
it too. So,
I'm putting that down. That's it. I'm done.
but no, I like the fact that they answered for me. Did this take place after or during the blip? Because I was wondering, like, how is Tony's arm, healed? Because I'm thinking to myself, this had to be during the blip. But then it was explained that during the blip, I was here at this lab, trying to contain my powers, and Jen's blood healed that arm. Now, Eric, I did ask you a question. Did they
Mm.
change your origin story in this movie? Because I don't really
Yes.
know She-Hulk all
Yeah.
that well,
Yeah,
but
I
they
think
changed your origin
originally it
story.
was a blood transfusion that
Which would have
happened.
made way more sense.
Way
Yeah,
more.
Because I'm saying to
yeah. In the
myself,
original
oh,
comic book, it was a blood transfusion, and she actually stays the Hulk. She doesn't transform back and forth. So
yeah, because I'm like,
And the
that,
mafia's after her.
yeah,
yeah, and I'm like, yo, why? That's how she got the blood. I'm like, it has to be
I
more than
think
just that.
I think that just talks about, because we could get into it once everyone kind of goes around, but I just feel like they changed that just to make it such a fast, like, oh, he bled on her, now she has powers, okay, we're done. And like, instead of actually writing a plot to like actually make sense, they're just like, okay, moving on. Like this whole episode, I feel like it would have been, I feel like, better if it had a little, like, an extra 10 or 15 minutes longer to
It
like
was.
let things like just breathe a little bit, because it was just so like rushed that, like,
I see,
I
and I
don't know.
feel as though that's the thing about having. See, I like that it's gonna be 9 episodes because I feel as though the 6 episodes ones were kind of rushed. But to your point with 9 episodes now, I feel as though the episodes have to be a little bit shorter with 30 minutes, and they might. You're right. They might be rushing into a lot of things. So that's a bit of concern for with 9 episodes. I feel as though they're going to be like bang, 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 bang. Like no, like take your time. Like I said, give us more than 30 minutes. You like Wanda was like 40 minutes an episode at least, and that was 9 episodes.
some of them had like 35 and
Yeah,
30
some of them were
minutes. One of them I
shorter.
think was 29. Yeah,
Yeah. So
but
yeah. So the,
no, go
The
ahead. I'm sorry.
one thing I'll say though is to making it faster. I will say that like her being quote like wow so much better than Bruce or whatever. Um, I'm kind of glad they skipped that because like do we need a montage and a whole episode of her training to become Hulk? Like no,
oh no,
just
no.
go like.
But
Yeah,
it was a cool scene where I feel as though Banner or something was like his younger son, like about the Hulk. I feel that was a good moment because he was going through the same shit that she was going through. So I thought that was a good moment during her train. But that's it for me. Someone else can time me. Like, actually, let Anthony time because I know he's driving right now, wherever the hell he's at.
Yeah,
Because he's
I'm a little nervous that I'm gonna keep going in and out, so I wanted to jump in.
yeah.
I love the fact that like they kind of just jump right into it, just because of like I think that it would have lost a lot of people if they went in too much of her story and like her being a lawyer. Like I love like the way it came in, like with what she was saying, before she went to her case, because I felt like it like tapped into so much that's like going on in today's society that like you could like I actually had to rewind it because I'm like, yo, she says so much in that first like I think like 10-15 seconds that like people will just go over their heads. And like she had like a Ruth Bader Ginsburg like cup like behind her and like all this like
Oh
Mhm.
kind of
yeah.
like these little like hidden messages on like the shelf behind her. So I think like they kind of like touched on like just where she stood like at the beginning.
Well, I have a quote of what she said, but that's gonna be for a little bit later, though.
She was
Yeah, and
talking
then
about
like, but I get
responsibility.
what you mean by like, they kind of like, just rushed it, like the blood dropped into her arm, and she turned into She-Hulk. But it's like, I feel like a lot of people, that's what they're like looking for. Like they just like, I just want to see She-Hulk, and like I don't really care for who she is as like an individual kind of thing. But I think they're gonna tap into more of that like with the next like episodes, right?
I feel like they just rushed the wrong things. Like I feel like certain beats needed to like have time to actually focus on. Like yeah, we want to like not dwindle, dawdle on like her becoming She-Hulk and training and all that nonsense, but like at the same time, you want to like get to know her as in person a bit better because then like why do you care? Like what's the point of watching the show other than oh she might be green and do stuff like you want to like care about the character and I feel like other than being like oh she's a lawyer she's now She-Hulk like I don't and she's a little quirky like I don't really care about her as much as like as a character right now.
Well, I kind
Yeah,
of thought. Oh, go ahead, Anthony. I'm sorry.
yeah, and no, I think it's more so just like for like the fan part of it, right? It's like they don't really cater towards more so like the people that read the comics. It's like we want to like give a wow factor from like the jump start. So let's give her like as She-Hulk and have her with, Bruce, like both, both being like the Incredible Hulk and like have them sit down, train, and all that. And like anybody that I spoke have talked to like since then has been like, "Yo, that episode was like, I loved it." You know what I mean? Because they kind of gave you what you wanted. You want to see both of them sitting down. Like you didn't want to really see too much of the regular Bruce Banner. Like you want to see the Hulk, right? And like the entire episode, he's just talking to her in Hulk form, but like like kind of relaxed and like chill as if he was like the regular Bruce Banner. So I don't know. Like I think like they gave you like a lot, and I think like they're gonna dial down a little bit for like the upcoming episodes. In a sense, like it's gonna get into more of her like trying to balance between being like a lawyer and being like a hero, because that was like a lot of things that he was touching on. Like you're a hero now, but she's like, no, I'm not. Like I don't really want that role. And then she has like this random like chick come into the courtroom, and I'm like, who is this like random like
That was just
Ta-
straight up
chick
goofy.
busting through the
That
wall?
was
Tatiana.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
like that was the only part of the episode I was just like, huh? Like, I was like scratching my head, like this is like kind of
WWE
random.
shit right there. That was a
I
WWE
I
outfit she had on.
I knew right away because this as soon as she came in, I was like, 'cause I read a little bit up on She-Hulk too, but I knew of She-Hulk back in when she was in like animation adaptations, like the Fantastic Four one, and then like many other ones too. So, but no, I'm sorry. I don't know if we touched upon certain topics of this
We're
episode.
we're still just going around the room giving our quick thoughts. Anthony, I gave my quick thoughts. Derek gave his quick thoughts. Anthony did. Eric and Rachel kind of, but like they were like not saying we were like they kind of like were like counting our arguments. So like Rachel and I didn't really like give their quick thoughts on it just yet.
Yeah, because like I didn't want to step in because I came in. My freaking gaming laptop is always crackling, so I had to restart it. Anyway, that's besides the point. I had to I had to watch it real quick. Thank goodness, only 28 minutes minus those damn long ass credits. But I'm glad we got an end credit scene. There's no if we didn't get to that part, but
yeah, I watched that. That was pretty funny.
It was funny. It was cute. But my take on it real quick.
Wait. Before you go, I'm not gonna jump. Like I'm gonna let since you came a little bit late, I gotta let Eric and Rachel go. I'll let Eric and Rachel go. You gotta wait your turn. You gotta wait your turn.
Cut the line.
You got the line.
Yeah. Well, I'll say ladies first.
Okay. General statement. I thought it was okay. I think, like everyone else is saying, I think this was just a sped up episode just to get the ball rolling, and then they're going to slow down a little bit and get more into the plot with these remaining episodes. I think it's kind of funny. Some jokes to me were like, but then some of it I actually kind of like chuckled at them. I liked how it's going more, like we said, like the sitcom type route where it's more of a humor based show. Because we've had so many shows for Phase 4 that are just like super trauma and super serious, even though Wanda was kind of like weird with the sitcom things, but like
Wanda was
more serious. It's more about grief and everything, but it's like everyone's dealing with trauma with all these new shows, and I feel like this one's like finally a show that's more upbeat and like funny, which is like something different, and my brain gets to like relax and just watch it and like have fun and not be like issues.
Oh, you didn't like this one?
I'm not getting into that.
Wait, Eric, what did you say? I'm like, you're gonna spit past it. What you say?
No.
I said, oh, you didn't like Miss Marvel?
I didn't finish it. No, sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off. When I finished the first episode, I felt like I didn't even finish Miss Marvel. I'm on episode 4 of that. That the fact that I enjoyed She-Hulk from the first episode rather than Ms. Marvel, which Ms. Marvel is my favorite character of one of them. I'm like, God dang it. I immediately, one episode caught me like, oh, I like this. But Ms. Marvel, I'm taking like my sweet ass time with it. I'm like, I'm terrible.
Yeah, we're not gonna get to Miss Marvel. Such for Rachel's sake. No.
All right, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Rachel. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Me too. I apologize.
I think design-wise, after hearing that with the CGI artist stuff coming out recently about how horrible the working conditions are and stuff, and what bullshit they've been going through with Disney just basically being assholes, it's like understandable why the CGI in this show is like kind of janky looking. And I'm also mad that like they originally designed her to be more buff and muscular, like a more like as if more like a female wrestler type bit. Like she would have been more but not like ugly.
Yeah.
Like she still would have just looked like a basic muscular woman. This is like I'm toned down model, skinny, like muscular.
Wait,
and
Rachel. I'm cutting you off, but like, if you want to explain a little bit, when the conditions, in case people don't know about if you like,
there was a thing coming out with CGI artists and like special effects artists from studios coming out and who get hired by Marvel and Disney and stuff from different studios or internally, both, whatever. That basically they're like what they call like getting pixel fucked because these people that shouldn't be giving feedback and making design changes just because they throw money at it. There's too many chefs in the kitchen, so they come in like after all this work has been done with rendering and making all these things done. They come in and they're like, oh, like slightly change this, slightly change that. Oh, we decided to change this whole entire scene. You have to redo it. And then that's why, and then they're like working like 70, like 80-hour work weeks or sleeping in their offices. Like they don't even get to see their families for months at a time because they're just like constantly working on redoing shit for Marvel. And like these studios don't want to push back on Disney and Marvel to fight back to be like, hey, you can't keep doing this. It's like not fair to our people that you're like basically almost killing because you're like making them work overtime constantly for every little thing. And but like they don't want to push back because they're getting paid by Disney and they don't want to get like blacklisted and like not
Yeah.
get paid again for future projects. So they
They
just
would. They
let
would. They would do that. They will do that.
so they just let Marvel and Disney basically like do what they want. So that's why a lot of like CGI stuff in the latest Marvel things kind of look like crap. But yeah, so that's the working conditions. But I'm also mad that like that tweet came out from one of the designers on this show that was like, yeah, we originally had her like more muscular where she could have looked like if she punched you in the face, he would have like broken all the bones in your body. Where it wasn't like roided out, like quote ugly muscular, but like she would actually look like a muscular woman that you would see in real life, but just bigger.
She would look like She-Hulk.
Yeah, and of course, the higher up people in suits, probably old white dudes, were like, "No, you got to make her slimmer. You got to make her sexier. You got to make her prettier." And they just like kept thinning her down more and more until they were like, "Yay, she's great." And it's just like, really, like, I don't know. She just like the CGI to me for her. It's like, why bother doing CGI? You only made her 2 feet taller than she is in real life, and you just made her green. Like you could have just like done like makeup on her and then just like grew her like in with did whatever. Like
I don't know, that one scene when she's in front of when they're outside of that bar. Like compared to the guys that was like trying to come after her.
Oh yeah, they almost look, kind of the same height a little bit.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But like once she like turned into She-Hulk, she grew a little bit. It's just the way the camera is.
But like to your point though, Rachel, it's like sex sells. Oh yeah, let's make it more sexy and then make it more buff. So yeah, that is the.
But the funny thing is, like, dudes, like the whole joke on the internet is like, "Step on me." Like, dudes want big, tall, buff ladies. Like,
Yes.
I interject. Like I said, I didn't know they tweaked her a little bit. I thought she looked the same, but when they were just modeling out when she was like, "I'm impressing my cousin throwing rocks and shit," and then she walked off like this. I'm like,
no, she looked like Play-Doh, dude. I was like, this is not finished CGI.
The thing to make her pretty. Notice how Bruce has all these skin imperfections, pores, veins, and she's like super like porcelain, like clean, and it's like
that is true.
Look at her hair when she goes from transforming is curly hair to straight hair. And the hair doesn't move when she walks. So I don't know what you were looking at, but that's not how hair moves.
And this is why I'm so glad everybody is back right now, because they always correct me on some shit that I miss. This is why I'm so glad everybody is back right now. So yes. So I guess so wait. So then Rachel, so I'm sure Rachel gave your quick thoughts, and then I guess we can hand it off to Eric, or you still have one more thing to say, fewer things to say. Or...
No, I pretty much said what I wanted to just say. I think it's going to pick up. I think it was a little too rushed though. And I think they could have easily, since they made them already get into a car accident, they could have easily still done the blood transfusion type plot to make it more sense. Because I literally laughed when I saw that like 2 drops of blood fall.
Yeah, me too.
I hit the 10 seconds like rewind button. I'm like, what?
Wait, that was like so fast. Like I literally had to rewind it too. I'm like, wait, what?
It was so rushed. Okay, I'm sorry. It was so rushed, but everything was going crazy. He kept saying like, "Oh, get moved, my blood. I'm bleeding. And I'm like, what? And it's like, and like, and then
I'm bleeding. I just think about Dave Chappelle. At the real one. I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. All right, Eric. Now we get your take on that.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna like do a whole like defecation on the CGI until Rachel told me that because I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. That's why I said they're explain because that's crazy right there. That's really crazy.
Like, I'm not blaming the artist because of the working conditions they're in. I'm just saying because of their shit conditions, that's why this looks like shit, and it's a shame.
And it hasn't improved from the trailer. Like even from the trailer, I think we all agree we're like this CGI does not look good. But once again, Eric, I am so sorry for interrupting you right there.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Well, because I was looking at the comparison like you did, Rachel, between the Bruce Banner Hulk and her Hulk. I'm like, look at the wrinkles in his forehead, the hairs on his face. Like they did none of that for her, and I was just like, this is terrible. And then her movements were a little delayed, and I was just like, man, what's going on here?
She's green Gumby.
Yeah, and I was just like, even when she was like talking, it felt like she was a step or two, like a millisecond or so behind. So I mean, like I looked at it again. I was just like, I'm not liking it.
She's
But of course, I didn't know.
Laggy.
Yeah, of course, I didn't know. I didn't know all the details about what happened in the background. So
I didn't either.
But yeah, but most of it I loved. It was pretty good. I liked the camaraderie between her and Bruce. I was a little confused by a lot of things, but I feel like at this point we've had a couple of Disney Plus shows where they don't really explain a whole bunch. So if I'm already bought into the universe, I just got to accept that they're just going to zoom through stuff and I'm not going to understand a lot of stuff. So
I mean, I'm hoping that's not the case with 9 episodes. So 6 episodes, I can see them trying to rush through the things, but 9 episodes, though, it's like, you got to give me
they're
something
shorter.
Because, like, wait, I think
unless
they're giving them 13, like they did Netflix series, I don't see how they can properly flush out characters and, like Rachel said, make you fall in love with them and care. Like I cared about Moon Knight because I'm a comic book dude. I loved Moon Knight from the gate.
Or at least in Moon Knight, you got to deeply know him as a person.
Yeah, but I
very,
still
very
feel
personal.
they were very
personal with that.
Yeah,
I still feel
even from
that,
the
like,
first episode.
But they didn't like explain. They explained some stuff, but they didn't go into details like I felt like they should have. So, well, I guess they're saving that for later or something like that. But when she first hulked out and like Bruce was tackling her, that was pretty funny. Other than that, I'm looking forward to seeing how they fit Daredevil in, and looking forward to seeing the red and yellow suit. But yeah, I feel like it was a good start. Not too bad, but I'm hoping it'll get better.
I really hope it doesn't disappoint you.
There was a quote that I want to get into a little bit later that I don't know what your thoughts on, but yeah. So, Aaron, get a quick thoughts on now. Greed, since you came in late, it's now finally your turn to give your quick thoughts.
I'm about to shoot myself. What the fuck? Okay, okay. I'm gonna be my best, not like Eric, but like give my detail, synopsis on it. Okay, real quick. First off, when they did the whole fourth wall thing, it immediately felt like Deadpool type of shtick where he explains right to you the camera and then immediately goes like, okay, I'm Hulk. Like, how did she know her friend knew all of a sudden? I'm like, did they just skip all that shit? But then they went back and explained it.
You'd be surprised. I'm surprised she even told anybody she can turn into a Hulk.
Yeah. It was confusing when I first said like, oh, you know Hulk, and I'm like, what? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, but then they explained it real quick. I'm like, thank God, because I would have been so pissed if they just went right through it. But yeah, the whole thing with the Hulk and the Chitauri ship, that made no sense. Really didn't. Just like, but Sakari, sorry. Shiitake mushrooms. Anyway, the fact when they did the whole blood thing, yeah, I wish they kind of add a little bit, probably a couple minutes on that to speed up on the blood transfusion thing, because obviously if you're not a comic book fan, you obviously know how she probably got the DNA. Anyway, but it was fucking hilarious. Like, my blood, I'm bleeding. I'm like, yo, you doing too much, man. You doing and it just passed out. So then they found each other. She was at the bar, and then all these ladies trying to help her. Like, girl, I got you. It was like, no,
I found that pretty hilarious. Well.
That was good.
You don't need. First of all, you don't need him.
Yeah, you don't need him. And then like, no, I just needed to call my cousin and stuff. You got a phone? Like, oh, I got a girl. Then, of course, the part where those guys thought she was a hooker, obviously, and it's like, oh, we want to be friendly. And then then I'm getting to the CGI part. You're right, Eric. It was kind of blocky, even though I didn't see the little showcases they always popped on Instagram, because I didn't want to see any scenes. I just want to look blindly. But anyway, the face part, it's like they just basically copied her face onto here and just adjusted certain things like her features and like how she's like doing this stuff. Yeah, it was kind of funky to me. Like she's so clean cut, she looks nice, no ridges.
It's almost like Uncanny Valley territory.
Yeah, only like when she scrunches her nose, you see like in her face, her mouth, everything, the little small stuff to see that she's not like.
It's so perfect, it looks fake. So
yeah, it does. and I admit, as a casual Marvel fan, like other people who don't like this is shit. Me, I looked at it, I was like, oh, this is fun. This is chill. Okay, doing little quips, humors back and forth, and like you said, the part where how Bruce is always in his Hulk form, because like I said, you're gonna go see She-Hulk. Why would I want to go see Bruce in his human form all the time? Those are some things that you're right. Like we need to see what we came to see. I want to see Hulk, but then I'll also see She-Hulk, so we can see the chemistry and talking back and forth, so we can keep our minds focused on the task at hand. Okay, but yeah, the CGI part was fucking hilarious because like there's certain things left and right where they just bullying each other, and she kicked him off to the cliff. It's like fuck you. That just got me because my humor is very like just quick. I'm like
I laugh at anything.
I do. This I feel like is more enjoyable than like something else. I did love Moon Knight. I'm glad he touched upon it because, like I said, nobody was saying anything about Moon Knight, but I loved him. As soon as he came in to the series, I was like, let's go. Oh, it was amazing. Badass. Then, of course, Ms. Marvel came in. I'm like, damn it, it's not as because
it wasn't that bad, okay? It wasn't that bad. It was okay.
I'm halfway episode 4.
Stop the cat.
It was okay. It wasn't the greatest. It was okay.
Stop the cat.
Listen. It reminded me of Ms. Marvel reminded me of like
I just love her as a character, and it just hurts me.
So do I. I love her as an Inhuman.
Listen,
right?
Okay. Great. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Okay, all right. So
okay,
but you did know that she was originally supposed to be a mutant.
Yes, I didn't read the comics like Eric, but I obviously know from animated series and everything else that she's obviously Inhuman, and that's how she got her stretchy powers and everything. But you know why they changed it? Because again, of course, Mr. Fantastic, he has stretchy powers, so they want to make it look like okay, we don't want to make it's because some people are going to be really
actually
stupid.
we probably should talk about that. We're gonna get sidetracked. That's the difference.
Yeah, can we stick to She-Hulk?
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
My emotions have the best of me. Okay,
I'm sorry. I'm just saying, I understand why people do. Because listen, some people who are new to Marvel will come in and look at this and like, wait, she reminds me of another character, and then everybody's going to shit on her. So they had to tweak her a little bit, and you got projecting fears.
But you gotta give Marvel credit for this standpoint. It's like they're getting all like these. I don't want to call them side characters, but not like these popular known characters as Captain America, stuff like that. They're getting we getting them more recognized. Let's be real. Falcon's popular, Winter Soldier's popular, Wanda's popular. She's never been this popular before. I'm sure I'm going to see a bunch of She-Hulks at Dragon Con, especially at New York Comic Con. I'm going to see a bunch of She-Hulks right there out the gate.
And okay, now we're going back to
you know how many people that's at the gym right now. Like, I know what I'm going to be for Halloween already. Like females or like couples that go to the gym together. That's gonna be everywhere.
It's terrible. But listen, we're going back to She-Hulk and a little bit of the CGI and then all what Rachel said. I didn't know about that, but looking at it, I don't even remember what she looked like in the beginning, like post, like before she got all slender, because she looks like.
Well, no, you haven't seen her muscular. Like them doing it in the studio, she was bigger, and then before it even came out, like.
Okay, because when she seen her in motion, like she looked like kind of a slender toned woman. You see probably like Instagram models be like, kind of tone, but not too buff, where it looks like she like mannish stuff. So I'm like, oh, so this is what they're going with. Okay, cool, fine, I can deal with it. But yeah, all they did was make her a little taller. Make her a little slender, but a little bit muscular to show that, she's for the women and everything and all that stuff. And I know from the get-go, it's going to be a little bit feminine, little qualities, a little social justice warrior type of things. Like she said in the beginning, how the men think of her as like, hot-headed, emotional, all that stuff. They're going to put a lot of world views into this because they have to. Okay?
But it's true.
No, it is. It is. I'm not. No, I know. I'm not being like that type of person. I'm just saying that.
Especially when she said, "I can control my anger when especially when she said to Hulk, I can control my anger about this, that, and the third." I'm surprised they said that shit too. I'm like, okay, go ahead and talk your shit right there. Go ahead and speak that truth.
Yeah, so I knew from the get go it's gonna probably be like female driven because it's She-Hulk.
Female writing cast.
Yeah, I'm not hating on it. Like a lot of good stuff came from females. Okay, but I'm just saying, like I just knew from the get go. I'm like, it's gonna be a little bit like jabs at men here and there, but just talking mainly about female empowerment. I'm like, that's fine.
All good things we all came from females.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just
they'll probably do a better job than what Harley Quinn and Birds of Prey did. That was pretty.
Okay. I read. There's a lot of here now, but again, I'm just saying, when the fact that I fell in love with the first episode means that it works. Okay, because usually I'd be like, It was felt rushed because of course they had to go speed it through. It was only 28 or 24 minutes, and they had to explain everything real quick. Which that's amazing how Marvel can do that. And like
the only thing that concerns me is that I can follow with the first episode, and then the rest of the series I just be like, yeah, what the hell? Because like I said, I fell in love with Miss Marvel first episode. And I'm like, okay, what am I watching right now? So I kind of hope they don't like fall into that same trap. Like I already like the first episode, and then you really like kill it from the next couple of episodes because like I said, they're Russian, so that's a bit of an issue right now that I have.
And I'm sorry we're going back to Ms. Marvel because you brought up Knuckles, because like I said, the fact that it was kind of rushed, but it was so slow to me, and it's only had 6 episodes. I could have sworn they said they were gonna have 9 episodes for Ms. Marvel, but
I prefer Marvel doing 9 episodes. Honestly, I mean, for Daredevil doing like 18.
You're gonna get a more bang for your buck if you do like even 9 or more for episodes. Because
I mean, if they could do 18, that's fine. Like I think it's a bit too much, but I don't have a problem with that. I just don't know how they can.
This is for the new Daredevil type of thing, isn't it? Like,
18.
Y'all, everybody's gonna lose their damn minds in a few years.
Oh yeah, that's all I'm there for.
All right, so.
Anyway, like I said, it's just I need to touch back on Ms. Marvel. But like I said, what about Hawkeye? Hawkeye had like 9 episodes, and it was pretty like
6.
Oh, right, 6. Never mind.
That's because it's more of an hour show. This is a more half-hour show.
Yeah, the only
half-hour ones get longer episodes.
The only episodes that were 9 were WandaVision, What If, and now this.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So basically, my whole take on it was very quick and easy and fast. So it's got a very upbeat. I love the comedy aspect, and like I look forward to the rest of the episodes, and hopefully they expand on more everything instead of just like speeding through every episode real quick, because hopefully they'll add a little bit onto these episodes, which they probably won't. They'll just add probably like 2 or 3 minutes on it and go from there. But
sorry.
No. But other than that, like I said, maybe they might tweak the stuff a little bit here and there throughout the episodes, unless they already finalized everything. But I think it was pretty good. Like the music at the end was pretty good. But as a casual Marvel fan, if that was enough to get me, and I'm like, I'm sold, because the fact that Ms. Marvel didn't get me, I'm terrible at it. Because I'm now remember Ms. Marvel reminded me of like some kid teen bop series, like some what is it? Fuck, I don't know, some Twilight shit. I don't know. Very drama-esque. Like, oh my god, my teenage life. Oh, like a slice of life, and like being how you become a teenager type of shit. I'm like, this doesn't feel right, even though she is a teenager. Coming of age. There it is. I'm like, I don't this. You're not grabbing me, even though that should relate to me because that was coming of age.
God, I wish you never mentioned Marvel now. Fuck, now I'm still.
Listen, the coming of age type of
it was all Eric's fault. It was all Eric's fault for bringing that shit up. I'm in my feelings again.
Listen. True. Let's move on. All right, you like this Marvel?
Okay.
That's off camera. That'll be something that's just off camera.
Okay. For real. We're gonna move on. But I skipped over that whole phase because I didn't feel any of that whole coming of age thing. Anyway, back to She-Hulk. I hope it does well for the other 8 episodes into this. 8 episodes more.
Wait, so I want to pay back to what Rachel and Eric were saying. You saying that in this first episode for now, maybe later down the road, but you said in this first episode she wasn't like relatable in any sense. I just want to correct.
Not that I was saying she wasn't relatable. It's just the fact that like I didn't like we kind of get to know her personality wise, just the way that she acts and stuff. But like they didn't really give time to show us to get like to care about her yet, like to get to know her better as a person. Like
Yeah. If you example, right? If you watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, that beginning opening scene with Miles Morales tells you everything you need to know about Miles with very quickly and very efficiently. And you don't need to know anything else about him.
Yeah.
Do you feel as though that so in that case you're trying to say like we want to see more Jen's normal life a little bit to like more of a lawyer life?
We're talking about, but if we're talking about Miles Morales, like they did give it some time to build up though too, like to where you actually understood Miles Morales.
Well, I'm not saying they didn't.
That's because like
the thing was is like, yeah. Well, the whole thing was I fell in love with Miles Morales the second they did that opening. That's what it was. Like I fell in love with that character as soon as he was just singing a song, walking down the street, going to school. So in that scene, it's just like you know who he is, and it's like, man, I want to know more about that character. This one is just like I'm gonna watch it because it's Marvel.
Oh yeah.
So
like with this, like with her personality, the only thing we really know about her.
They nailed it.
I'm a strong, independent woman.
Yeah, the only thing we really know about her is that she's a lawyer, she's standing up to bad people, and that's pretty much all you know.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty interesting when she said, "I don't want to be part of your secret government." Something job. I'm thinking to myself, okay, and this one guy saying this one review of She-Hulk was that like reference to the Thunderbolts, because we know the Thunderbolts are coming.
Oh, government agent, something.
Yeah,
I think she was just saying that in terms of like because she didn't know what exactly to call it, but like he was basically owned by the government, basically with Avengers, and like it was a very government like thing. So like she doesn't want to be part of that. Like I think she was just saying that as like a general descriptor of it.
Oh yeah, no, but like it is kind of a feeling where that is common though with the Thunderbolts though, because Tatiana that appeared at the end of the episode, she didn't confirm it, but she said she's gonna be part of the Thunderbolts right there. So it's like that is technically coming. Then also you think about the Accords are broken right now, right? The Accords don't exist anymore, right? That's done, or
no. There's just more of the sense that like they had to work closely with Shield and the government, and they had to,
Yeah.
Okay.
But also they put out Mark Ruffalo said there is no Avengers without She-Hulk in it, so it could be alluding to just her being added to the Avengers as well.
Every female version of the male version of the Avengers is definitely going to be Avengers, obviously.
Except for Jane.
I'm all for it.
Except for what?
Except for Jane.
Yeah, except for Jane because she's
Except for Jane.
Well, I mean, she went to like Valhalla, so she might come back.
She can come back in the comics.
She might come back as a Valkyrie.
Yes.
She came back as a Valkyrie.
Eric, did you like
What's up?
Love and Thunder?
Yeah, I had fun with it.
Listen, okay, wow, I didn't expect that. I really didn't. I was shocked. I'm shocked.
I was trying to throw a jab at Anthony for a little bit because me and Anthony talked about Love and Thunder.
I liked it, but my friends that went with me were talking mad shit because the fact that Jane was getting all the kills and beating up Gore. And like it
was a sad story with Jane. It was a sad story. No, I just want to throw a little jab at Anthony.
I thought it was good.
It was good. It was very cute. It was very cute. We learned about another. I think that is Celestial or another guy.
Yo, you're not throwing no jabs at me. That movie was good.
Yeah.
I just told him I couldn't take it seriously.
The fact that they were throwing a lot of female empowerment on a little bit on that movie too as well, because
the only thing I don't like was they killed another great villain in the movie.
Yeah,
they just kind of didn't fully.
He wasn't at his full force.
Christian Bale.
We are getting sidetracked right now, so that's my.
I know.
But
he played it.
We're getting off
topic right there.
I wish you would have got more of that villain.
He played it good though. He played it good.
He good. He good. But... Sidetrack. So we'll talk about it a little later right now. So anyway, you know, so did you hear about the stuff about what Tatiana is bringing to the show?
No.
Apparently, she's gonna be your social media influencer because apparently, allegedly, she's jealous of She-Hulk getting the attention, and she's like the actress that plays said you're gonna be annoyed with her character because she's a social media star. You know how social media is. If you're getting more views than me on social media, I'm gonna get angry about it. I'm gonna be pissed off. So like, while it might sound dumb, it is relatable to a lot of motherfuckers that are in this world today. But I don't sound stupid. Like people do get obsessed with their social media viewers, and Tatiana is apparently going to bring that in there. So I don't know how you feel about it.
Kind of makes sense though, because in a world where now people with powers are so commonplace, it's like this shit's gonna happen. Like this would happen in real life.
And you're because
social media is a big influencer right now. Like Miss Marvel was doing the social media. Now you have this. I mean, much as it sounds stupid, it's relatable to today's world right now with people wanting to social media. So Tatiana is gonna be relatable to some people with social media shit.
She looked like a pimp. I ain't gonna lie. Her costume.
She wore like something from like WWF 80s of the Hulk Hogan.
I'm like, she's like, who are you? With the Lady Gaga wig. I'm like,
oh, you talking about Jamila?
Well, not the actress, but like the outfit that she was wearing though. It was like some shit from like the Hulk Hogan says a WWF or some shit like that.
It looked very retro. I'm like, who are you? And oh my god.
I don't know. I think she looked great in it. So
she looked badass in a sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know, like we kind of like are bashing like the CGI and like how it was filmed, and like obviously like Rachel pinpointed like some that obviously a lot of us didn't know about Disney and like the people working on the projects right now. But I mean, nothing but nothing. I think like they're doing a good job. They did a good job with the character as far as like getting right into it. And I think that like maybe they did dial down because Disney sometimes always has like a strategic plan of how they attack their shows. And I think that she might have been buff, and they probably were like, you know what, she might not cater to a lot of our audience that might. There's some people that are like, oh, I'm not too interested in girls that are like too ripped, or females might feel insecure about themselves if she was like way too ripped.
But that's
who knows?
Playing into the
look at the
male vision of what a woman's supposed to look like. If we want to step out of that and show women that you can still be sexy but also strong muscular wise, like they should have made her still a sexy character but more buff. Like that's
absolutely
Rachel.
So then what's the audience then? Like what?
But also if you look at that on the flip side, the Hulk is a version of what male are supposed to look like. So it's not just on the female side.
But interesting though, like that's what guys think guys should look like, because that's what they think women like. Most women don't like the fully ripped grr, I'm a gym bro. Like
I agree, but you can't speak for all women.
I'm not saying that.
It's like
I'm not saying that though.
All men.
Rachel,
but like for years.
But that's not what I'm saying.
Rachel. You sound like that one.
I understand.
Meme. You sound like that one meme girl that said this appeals to the male fantasy, and then I'm like, it appeals to the male fantasy. I'm like,
you do have a lot of guys that are like trying to be lugs, like not all men, but like a lot of times, like you'll get like like a juice head or like somebody that just wants to look like the Incredible Hulk. Like, and I think a lot of that character derived from muscular like bodybuilding guys. But so when it comes to She-Hulk, like I get what you're saying, like in the comics she's like ripped, but what I'm going by is like a lot of times, like even like RL, you're gonna get on me, but like a lot of females like are doing like beach body and things like that, where they're like toning their bodies, but they're not being like completely ripped, right? So I think like they're trying to cater towards more so that audience of like fit, like kind of women that are like kind of
but for who though?
If you are,
but for who though?
Wait, let Anthony finish.
I'm saying it, females. Like there's not a lot of females. I like to tend to work out and stuff and go to gym and like even like my fiance, but it's like a lot of women aren't really trying to be super ripped anymore. Like that's just not like what's in. And I'm not that's not speaking from a male's perspective.
But
I'm
that
all about like female like empowerment and stuff like that. And like I'm not saying that like they're not having some kind of form of like, oh, she has to be sexy.
that's
That's always
exactly
been
what
a thing.
happened though. Like
But they
they
did.
literally
But
said she can't be sexy if when she's muscular, you have to make her slim and toned. And they
yeah.
made her slim and toned to be more sexy from a man's perspective. That's exactly what happened from behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
yeah, but but we can't get into that because then like what other character wasn't portrayed that way? Like look at Black Widow.
Ex-
Like why
that's
was
the
Scarlett Johansson?
problem, though.
But no.
What?
Like,
She was a spy, and she was very professional sexy. Okay, this is strong,
Well,
muscular sexy.
but the whole
but
thing is, I'm just
that's
annoyed with this show, though, is that like this show's supposed to like it should be one of the characters that shows like women, young girls, whatever, that like you can be that person that just wants a toned body. We're not saying that's wrong, but it's very rare to see in these big movies and big shows a muscular woman that's still considered a sexy person. And I think this is the perfect character. They could have done that, and they didn't. Not saying
So
that
you
toned bodies are wrong. I'm not saying that shouldn't be a thing for people who want that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying like whatever. But like this is like the one thing in a bigger media where they had the chance to do that and they didn't.
But I feel so it's going to be a losing battle no matter what they do to her. There's
You
always going to
can't
be one
please
guy's going to be like,
everybody.
"Well, I don't like how she looks." There's going to be also, "I don't like how she looks."
But
It's
then
going
if
to be a
that's the
losing
case, then
battle.
why not be adventurous and do the different thing? Like if you're not going to win either way, then you might as well go the different route.
No, we
but
can't do
my
that
thing
because
is
we'll lose money.
I love it.
also
I love it.
my thing is also
Wait,
that
also to relate to this, you think big muscular things don't sell to women. For Encanto, they expected Maribel to be the most loved character for kids and younger girls. Guess who's the most selling character in merch? The big buff lady.
She was badass though.
Like,
Her lyrics were fire. I ain't gonna lie.
like people, you can't assume what people are gonna like and not gonna like. So I feel like if you're making a message though with this character, it's like why can't you finally have a strong buff woman in a movie?
Because
Why play it safe? Why play it safe?
No, they try to play it safe, then they try to be bold. Listen, try to be safe, you get your ass kicked. You be bold, you get your ass kicked. So either way, you're going to get your ass kicked.
So they might as well then be bold then instead of playing it safe.
You know what? I'm happy that Rachel's here to represent for the females because
fuck yeah.
And I love that I brought up this aspect because it just sparked the whole Rachel that we have not seen in a little while.
Well, because it angers me because I'm just tired of hearing dudes making the same fucking point over and over again, and it's really annoying.
I like this Rachel from the other type of podcast.
This is why I brought everyone together, man. This is why I was like,
yeah.
I knew great. I'm not saying I'm the topic, but I just knew we're gonna get some form of debate and stuff like that. But like, I see where it's coming from. But like I said, it's a losing battle. Like someone's like, I don't know if there's a right answer, I don't know if there's a wrong answer. I just feel as though no matter what you're gonna do, there's just gonna be a silence to be like, well, I don't like how this she is. I don't like how this is. I don't like how but she could have done this better. They could have done that better. Like, it's like, what are you gonna do? You can't satisfy everybody. So it's like, we gotta do what's
But
sells
that's my point. If you're gonna lose either way, no matter what you do, then you might as well just take the bolder option and take the risk because you know even if you play it safe, you're still gonna get shit on. So why bother?
Because basically,
it's also this, right? I feel like it's also on the flip side too, right? Why not have a guy that has a dad body be a hero? Because in every
Thor.
They had that with Thor.
Single, I mean, like, let's have that regularly, right?
Yeah,
Thor
like, why not?
He was, but this is the thing. Thor
Wasn't
was
that Tony
depressed.
Stark?
He was Robert Downey Jr. was in shape.
He wasn't.
What are you talking about?
Wait.
Yes, he was.
Oh, no,
I don't know what movies you've been watching with Robert Downey Jr.
Okay, what's shape and what's not shape? He had to be like a 6-pack type of shape. Like what we talking about in types of shape?
Well, pretty much every superhero movie. I'm not just saying Marvel. I'm saying every single superhero movie has had their main characters have to be super ripped. All right.
Yeah.
So, like Rachel was saying, why not do something different and have the main character? Thor was not the main character in Avengers Endgame. Have your main character be somebody with a dad bod.
Oh, we spicing it up tonight.
Basically, listen.
Oh,
Basically,
yeah.
appeal. Listen. Basically, appeal to like every emotion. Like he was depressed, he lost it all. So yeah, it might appeal to some people to get in
That was
shape,
that was like the
whatever.
most relatable I've seen Thor was when he gained all
Yeah,
that weight.
to get in shape
Yeah,
and do
but
that.
that was different from representing somebody who has a dad body to somebody who has mental health issues. So
Oh, you wanted them to be separate. Like you have a dad
yeah,
bod.
because
Okay.
but the reason he was fat is because he had that depression, and that's what they
Right.
were represented it as a negative thing, and that's why he was big,
Exactly. Yeah.
not
Okay.
because he had a dad bod.
It was just
So like, okay, so
emotion.
what's okay?
We're touching on such a deep topic with just comic book characters in general, whether or not it's from Marvel to Disney, that like with the curvatures of a female and like what a guy should look like. Like we could go on for hours about like how people are portrayed. What I was just breaking down, and like I don't know if I made you angry, Rachel. I'm not trying to say like
I
the
felt
whole
that.
idea
I
of the
felt that.
female. She
I
got
disagree with
no
you.
like,
I don't want to be friends with you
but I'm
ever
just saying.
She
again.
was like
No,
this.
what
She
I'm
was like this. No.
no,
Wait,
but
wait,
see what I'm saying, what I'm pointing out is the fact that like even in that scene at the bar where she's normal and like they dress her up and like she's like looking like a prostitute and they're bothering her so much that she turns into a Hulk and she's kind of like, "Yo, leave me alone," and it scared them. So it's like, is she still sexy at that point as a Hulk, or is she
I
somebody
mean, if
that people
someone
fear?
randomly grew 3 sizes in front of you and turned green, I think you would be
You
a
would
little
shit your
freaked out.
pants. You would shit your
I'd be
pants.
kind
Yeah.
of turned on.
I'll be like, yeah, what we doing? Shit, we're going to
Shit.
adventure.
But
Yo,
again, you're not. That's not saying though that like she like a person that's buffer, like you see all the women out there who exist that are more buff and are still attractive. Like it's not going to appeal to everybody, but that's the point. Everyone has different body sizes, can be attractive to different people.
True.
I
But
love
basically,
Amazon.
Actually, I kind of want to get Nicole's take on this a little bit. God dang, because his Beyonce's right there too. I want to get Nicole's takes on that.
yeah, listen, because like basically the whole
You
concept was
said
when she
Cole?
said,
I kind of want to get Nicole's perspective on that. I
Well,
mean,
Cole, like she's in the back of the truck right now. I'm all parked up. I made it, so I didn't die. But
good.
thank God.
she loved it. Like Cole, Cole. She's not a big like Marvel fan or whatever. Like she doesn't watch superhero stuff. But like she literally sat down and like she saw the first part of the show, and it intrigued her. Like she wanted to watch the whole show. So like I don't know. That's why I'm saying like I like the direction it's going because it's grabbing attention from people that aren't too big into heroes too, that are female. I don't know.
That's the whole point. They gotta grab
See,
everybody.
did they have like now? I think about has Marvel like had that one hit with a female hero yet? Like Black Widow's dead.
Mm.
Captain Marvel has not been the best.
Gamora,
And
Gamora.
the only female character I feel as though a lot of people really love the MCU has been Monica so far. It wasn't even her own movie or show yet.
Oh yeah.
He's a Monica Rambeau.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
she was
Grant,
badass.
people love Black Widow, but she's dead now, so we can't really go back to her. But like as of right now, Monica seems to be like the most favorite one out of everybody. And she's not even like the main character in any of this stuff yet.
Well,
Wow.
rejoice. Riri Williams is on the way.
Say what?
Riri Williams is showing up in the new Black Panther.
He said Riri Williams.
Oh, Ironheart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Surprised by that.
But
Yeah,
I'm hyped for that.
But I think
Well, I mean, they do have Okoye.
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 Yeah, which I'm not ready for that movie, bro. I'm
gonna fucking cry.
I'm probably gonna cry watching that movie, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna cry like a baby.
Listen,
Yeah,
the
like-
trailer just hit me so hard. I was like,
Yo, I'm gonna tell you about this. So a friend of mine, she was actually at San Diego Comic-Con. Her and her friends took turns, waited in line again to watch those previews. They took turns, so it's like one person would be there for a couple hours, one person would be there for a couple hours. Like they were actually in the line and they actually saw the previews, and they even saw the preview of the I know it's a different topic, but they even saw the previews of the Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and they got emotional watching. They said we're not ready for that
I
movie.
want to see that shit, dude.
She got. I mean, I can never wear those lines and be like, no, I'm enjoying the convention. Y'all can wear those lines. I'm gonna go watch it on YouTube for through a leaked video right there.
Yeah, and the fact that I'm sorry, my brain wants to continue on that Guardians of the Galaxy thing, but
no, I'm just saying she just saw previews of it. That's all I'm gonna say right there.
I know, but it just made me think of that Adam Warlock thing when the end credit scene on I think 2.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, back to this.
But I think we all agreed that like we all like besides Stan, we liked it, but we didn't love it. But we're like there's still some time.
It was an enjoyable watch, basically.
It was enjoyable. Like I said, we're a bit concerned that it's a bit too fast. So what they can do in these next episodes, we don't know right now. So yeah, I'm just wondering how Daredevil fits in. Wondering how Wong feels in. I'm just curious how Harry fits into this show right now. So. And I think we're not going to see the Hulk we're not going to see Mark Ruffalo for a while. I feel like he's going to be in that episode and like maybe like the last episode. I don't see him appear in the next couple episodes, honestly.
It'll probably be Abomination is in there, so.
Oh my!
Abomination is in there somewhere.
Can we touch up on that too, real quick? Like, even though he's not in the episodes yet, but people are complaining about him too. Like, I kind of got weirdly pissed because they were complaining that he looks like this Marvel Facebook fan page. They're complaining that he looks like a fucking fish, even though that's comic book accurate, like how he's supposed to look. But like compared to like the 2008 Incredible Hulk, where he looked like just skin and all that stuff, but then they actually made him look how he should look from when he was in Shang-Chi and now in this. But I think some of those people are not real Marvel fans.
Wait, so they got mad because of how he supposed to look?
They're just doing it for clout because he like, why did he look like a fish? I'm like, dude.
Yeah. So in the original one, he didn't have the side fins on his face, which is what he had in the original comic book. Okay. So in Shang-Chi, they added that. So and now people are going back to the old Incredible Hulk movie, saying that's not the same Abomination. Basically,
okay, yeah. So I didn't realize that accuracy because, like I said, I known that version from like other anime adaptations, like the little superhero squad and other shit. What? Like I've seen every single Marvel adaptation, like known to man, since I was little, and I'm like, some of these characters that nobody knows about, when they finally appear in these Marvel franchises, I'm like, oh, I know that one. I know that one. Like Black Panther, Moon Knight. Like slowly leaking in. Like I was a fan of them from like certain other things. So I'm like, okay, cool. They got a little.
I've actually taken the time to actually read the comics to know some of these more characters. Like I said, I read the comic that you and Reese told me about Moon Knight, the version on that, and those are really good comics. So I appreciate that. I read the comics on American Chavez, and I'm going to start reading some comic books on She-Hulk because so I can get to know the character a lot more. But no, like I said, I thought this was a great first discussion that we had here, man. Like it was great to see everyone together again. So like I'm always surprised. I mean, if only Reese was here. God damn, I'm so mad at Reese.
This would be a 3-hour thing.
Let me tell you, everyone besides Creed, when you have Reese and Eric together, these two go at it. Like it is entertaining. You were there. You saw Eric and Reese go at it. We talked about Killmonger episode. They were going at it.
Yeah,
like it's good. It's good TV. Having Reese and Eric going at it.
What were we talking about?
That's my best friend, man. We just never agree on stuff.
What were we talking about? I forgot. I think we were discussing like future things in episodes.
We were talking about future things, and like Eric and Reese were just going at it. So I wish Reese was here.
Oh boy!
So like, do you see that shit? Every time when Eric's here, Reese is not here. When Reese is not here, Eric's not here. So it's like I can't get these guys together. Like it's killing me right now.
It was good television. Okay,
it was very good television.
Like, I was learning.
I want all 7 of us to be here one day. I want all 7 of us to be here just for one day.
I was learning a lot at the same time.
And he said he was going to be here too. Motherfucker said he's going to be here. Motherfucker probably fell asleep. I understand you got kids. I understand you got kids, but it's like, bro, you know what time it is. It's family reunion time, so wake the fuck up.
Listen, man.
He's dead to me after this, man. He ain't come back on this.
No. When you texted me
after this, he's dead to me after this.
When you texted me, I think it was another gameplay type of thing. I'm like, bro, I can't. My setup's not. But when you said it was the She-Hulk thing, I'm like, okay, let's go. Fuck it. Let's
go. First you said who's gonna be there, and I said like everybody.
I don't know. I just said that for shits and giggles. I know who's gonna be there. I was like, yo, wait, it can't be what I think it is. But then luckily my camera and then my mic, boom, easy setup. Okay, my light too. So I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, but this was great. Like I had a lot of fun. I was like, I just want to get out about. I just want to start this discussion already, right there, guys. And by the way, guys, y'all can't make fun of me anymore because I have PS5 now, so can't make fun of me for that shit anymore. All right?
Huh?
Just say that shit.
Wait, who's making
Oh
fun of you?
no! Earlier, like Anthony and Rachel were like poking fun at me, like, "Hey, you ain't got no PS5." I'm like, okay,
No, we weren't making fun of you. It was just hilarious how upset you got that you didn't have one. And when we mentioned we had ours, so we just mentioned ours to basically watch the hilarity of you get upset.
Yeah, it was a tough time.
Oh, it's a shame I got rid of mine.
What?
What
in the fuck?
Hey man, them things is hot. I had to sell it while it was hot.
How much did you sell it for?
The going
a lot.
You motherfucker. Savage. You sold it for $1,000. You sold that bitch for $1,000 for no reason. All right.
Hey, I reserve the right to remain silent.
We're live on camera right now, so you can't give us too much information.
It's fine. It's fine. But it's the fact that when you finally got your PS5, I did it for shits and giggles this time because I didn't think I was gonna get one either.
I got super lucky.
I just went on a Twitter page and it actually directed me to the Sony page and then.
Well, no, Rachel told me about like those pages, but like when I was at a GameStop, guy said, "Hey, I'll be right back." I'm like, "Okay, where are you getting?" He gets at the PS5 controller. I'm like, "Okay, I'm getting Horizon for the PS4. Well, I need a PS5 controller for it." He said, puts on a pen pad, PS5. I'm like, "I just got one in today." I'm like, "Wait, what?" And he sells it to me for like, not the bundle, just a year warranty on it and an extra controller for around $600. Nice. I'm like,
I mean, that's like the going price of what I paid for mine. Like I knew
now it's like $800 something. Rachel, how much yours?
I had to get a bundle because the way that GameStop was selling them was only through bundles, online for like the pro people that you sign up like the $15 a year GameStop Pro whatever. Because at the time, like you could only buy the PS5s that they had if you were a pro member. It wasn't open to like the general public. So you can only buy bundles. I think I got like 3 games, a controller, obviously the console, and then a year of PS Plus. And after taxes and shit, it came to like $820 or something like that.
That's almost how much I sold mine for.
What?
Then I sold the games I didn't want because they were all 3 games that I was like, I don't need these, so I just sold them on Facebook.
What games?
Were they all sports games?
It was some sports game.
Madden's out today.
Fuck Madden. Fuck all the Madden.
I think it was one of those army shooter games, either not Call of Duty, whatever the heck.
Army shooter games. I don't fucking know.
They all look the same. They all look the same.
Rachel, it's fine, girl. I'm cooking 2 shits about Call of Duty.
Battlefield.
Yeah, I think it's Battlefield or something. And then the other one, I forget what the third one was, but I was like, I don't want these, so I just put them all on like Facebook as like a bundle, and someone just came by and got them. But,
it's okay. It's all good. But I'm glad I got mine. Like I'm pretty happy because now I can play the Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. That was the only fucking reason why I was painstakingly thinking about getting a PS5. That's the only reason.
Does anyone here have like one of the PS5s that are like recent, like as it like the quote new batches that are coming out?
I don't fucking know. I got
because I was seeing how like they fucked with the manufacturing to like save on like this tiny bit of plastic, where like now the new ones like overheat super easily, and they're like they crash all the time.
Mine don't look like it's overheated. It looks good to me, but I looked on the outside of it. Did you know they have a bolt that has the PlayStation logos on it? That's a little fun little Easter egg shit. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Speaking of Easter eggs, what Iron Man mask was that in the show?
The Ultron one.
The what now? Yes. Wait, did I miss the? Oh fuck! I missed the Easter egg.
I forgot about
Don't play with me.
I'm gonna say.
And then in the show, too, you can also see the Roman fighting helmet thing that he wore to fight Thor in
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, Ragnarok.
Oh, wait! Was that the bar?
What?
Was it at the bar? No, I think it was his little underground science hub.
Yeah, and his little science cubby thing.
And his man cave.
And by the way, what was the
his man cave?
What was he disintegrating? Like
her blood.
Oh,
The blood.
I kind of like when she was like, "So how would you start making the Hulk? I'll get unconscious, I'll sleep, or like Natasha will give me a lullaby." I'm like, how does that work? I really don't know how that works.
I can't explain to you. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
That was funny because nobody can explain that.
Yeah, no
Real
one can
quick,
explain that. Like, I don't know.
real
It was
quick,
just
it's been awesome. I'm glad I got to do this. I gotta get the fuck out of here. So see you guys later. Have a good night. I gotta go catch them all.
Okay.
Man.
That's a good send off right there.
I'm allowed to have up to 6 members in my party. Leave me the hell alone.
Enjoy yourself. That was a nice outro right there with the Pokemon.
I like
there.
that. I like that.
I
But
fuck with that shit. No,
all in
this was-
all, this was a good episode. I ain't gonna lie. It was good.
no,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, I
good
liked
discuss
it.
with y'all.
I like the tone. I just thought the first episode was a little fast, but
Besides, hold on, where's my finger at? Besides Rachel's take on it, okay, it was pretty chill. Okay,
I did like it.
No,
I
Rachel
don't
said
like-
no.
I said I liked it.
No, I heard you. I heard you. You liked it. I appreciate that. But it's like the way you presented it. It's like, no, they didn't.
No, I only got mad about the whole how she looked thing. I liked the show though. I liked the show.
Listen, when I looked at the whole way she was walking towards the camera, type of shit, I don't know why that got me. Like, oh shit, that's nice. That is nice.
I still think She-Hulk is like bad as hell though. Just saying that.
Oh,
Despite the CGI being bad, I'm just saying like she looks good as like
that's
I see a tall green girl on the street, but hey, how you doing?
That's another thing I forgot. This whole situation with CGI. I'll admit, when they're doing the montage of training, it didn't look too bad. It was very fluid because when she was trying to learn how to do the yoga poses, and she was like, "Oh, I got it." I'm like, she was very flexible, and I'm like, "No, that's pretty good." That's the type of CGI that kind of grabs me. That is very fluid. Even though it was kind of janky to some people, it just catches me. I literally
you see a big difference between Mark's CGI.
Listen, obviously, I'm not blind. Shit, like he's more like you can see what Eric said. Seriously, word for word, I can clearly see. But I'm just saying, from casual eyeballs, just like, oh, this is cool. Like, oh, because I'm just seeing animation wise, CGI. It's kind of funky.
But here's the thing: you would think that from the trailer, everybody was talking about the CGI. Heck, I talked about that on a TikTok video, and it didn't improve that. So,
it still
like,
looks the same. It still looks the same.
You can't even improve it now. You can't. Like, you're.
Oh no, I'm not proving. No, I'm not proving shit. We obviously see it's like funky. I even talked about how her face is just copy and paste, and that type of CGI where if you're turning into a monster, your face might look a little different with detail wise, like Mark Ruffalo, how he became the Hulk. Like they probably had all the dots and shit, how they made him, but with her, I think it was just computer graphically. Like I don't think they put anything on her face. Maybe they did. I don't know how they did this one, but I do a little touch up on a little bit of CGI lingo because with Mark Ruffalo, they probably had a buff dude and had his face somewhere and did it that way. Like they did Thanos. There we go. Like,
with Mark Ruffalo, they already had like a backlog of CGI, so all they had to do was move that over. But yeah, I don't want to dwell on the CGI because Rachel already told me that what the issue was. So like,
exactly.
It's forgiven at this point.
It is. It definitely. So it's not gonna. Granted, the CGI is not gonna stop it from like watching or liking the show. Like that's it's not.
It's the way you deliver it on the show. How that's the most important. Like we can clearly see everything, but the way you deliver it in the acting and like the tone of dialogue, I'm here. I'm so.
And a moment too. She's got to have a moment. Like you gotta have a moment. Like and if it's your show, you gotta have a moment.
You have to sell it.
Loki failed at that. Loki did not have his moment in that show.
Really, Loki? I didn't feel that. Never mind. We're not gonna talk. No. She-Hulk. But yeah, she has to sell it. She has to sell this. Like it's her show with a bunch of other characters in between it, but she has to sell this show. So,
yes, I mean, I guess in the next episode we'll learn more about Tatiana. That's what I see. Now I want to tell y'all it's not promised that we'll all get together again for next discussion, but we're gonna try our best. We're gonna try our best. Like I said, I would love to get everyone together each week, but like everyone's schedule is different. My schedule is different as well, so it's like all I can say is we're gonna try our best. But like I said, it was great getting together with you guys again. I know I said it like 5 times already, but I'll continue to say it. It was great having a discussion with you guys. I missed this. Like I said, like it was just definitely the highlight. Even though summer's almost over, this is definitely a highlight of my summer. Was getting together again, talking about Marvel shit. Like I can't ask for anything more than that.
Gotta do the SpongeBob. The gang's all here.
If Reese's answered the fucking food, it would have been complete.
Calm down.
I'm pretty sure he fell asleep, bro.
Listen, man, he old, man. We all old, but we try to get.
Well, you know what? He did like recently start a new job too. So.
Oh, he started a new job.
Well,
yeah.
There you go. So, okay. There you go. Then
again, I posted everybody's Instagram in the description box below. Even Anthony Shop, your Instagram, your Twitch. Rachel, I know you had that one website. Do you not have that anymore?
It's still there, but like I literally haven't touched it in a year. So.
Oh man, it's like our podcast, me and Reese podcast.
I know. I mean, like, well, at least I'm glad I'm inspiring people. Like I said, I did think people will be interested to join me on this shit, but it's like it's been awesome though. Like
I'm proud. Listen, I'm proud of you. Okay, you're doing really good on this. Seeing the work you're doing with your gameplays and everything. It's real. I got low key jealous because the setup, but I'm not good at it. I just post whatever.
I give you props for being consistent because. As you see with my blog, I was like totally in it for like the first 6 months, and then I was like,
nah. Well, it's tough because we all have lives and stuff like that. But I really want to make this a thing. Like it's not about me. It's about everyone. That's like join this because like I said this 1,000 times. Without Eric and Maurice, like honestly, if I didn't drop out of school, great, I still finished school, thank God. But like if I didn't drop out of school. You meet Eric and Reese at Radio Shack. Yeah, you used to work at Radio Shack. If I didn't meet these guys at Radio Shack, I wouldn't be doing this shit. So it's like I owe Reese and Eric like everything for doing this shit. That's why for me, it's not just for me; it's for everybody. Listen, I want to put everybody on. It's not just me. Great, I ain't shit right now, but it's like I gotta put everybody on this shit. Like I said, I want us to all be successful. I want us all.
Do you do the TikTokies?
I do okay. I don't do the dances. I post clips from my games on TikTok, and it's been good. I'm getting views. Like I'm getting at least 1,000 views, get at least 100 likes. It's not a whole lot. I'm at.
Gotta start making some funny videos too with the current trending. Whatever.
That is
audio
thing going on, bro. That is something.
What?
Do, man.
Like do what? Like the shit they do on TikTok? Because
so wait, do I have like duets or comedy?
Yeah, duets or something.
Listen,
just make clips based off like
those fake ass reactions that everyone's doing. Those fake ass reactions.
Listen, hey, I just started TikTok like in January of this year, and I just been shit fucking around with it. And sometimes I react to stuff, sometimes I stitch stuff, here and there.
But you are right though. TikTok isn't popular because one guy came to my other job here like a couple weeks ago was saying, "Hey man, I just started doing taking pictures at weddings, but my TikTok really helped me a lot." So. Yeah, dude. Like, granted, my gameplay videos are funny too. They're all funny, but yeah, I do need to get more into comedy style shit like that. So
I think it's just mostly people that are quote smaller, like people like they blow up because TikTok's algorithm is creepily super accurate. So you reach like quote your people, so like you get seen more on there.
If you post something about
it's very stalkerish.
And it will hear you. There's a setting you can change it so it can't hear you. I don't know what it was, but basically. You go in certain settings so that way it can't hear you or what you want.
If you just go into your app permissions settings, you could just take off the microphone.
That's what it was.
Well, I also have another thing going on. Like I told this to Eric, I'm going to Dragon Con in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna like record some people, do the slight interviews, like small, funny interviews. I'm gonna post that on my TikTok as well too. Like I appreciate you guys for saying I'm consistent because. I just try, man. Like I said, I have a bunch of videos, so I gotta edit and stuff. And like, I love doing this shit. That's why it's like, I have so much coming out. Like, I'm gonna see Dragon Ball Super tomorrow. Hope I can do it.
Me too.
Hope I can do like a discussion on that as well. Like, I love this shit. Like, I just can't stop it.
So you didn't see it yet?
I didn't see like the theater version. I know I saw it like online, but I want to see it in theaters though.
I want to see it. I want to see it tomorrow. But I seen it on TikTok how people just posted it, no, live streaming it. But I just skipped out of it because I kind of low key want to see it.
But no, like I said, like I said before, it's not just for me; it's for everybody here. So it's like everybody likes this shit. I want everyone to join me on this adventure, man. Like I said, it's not all about me. Like I said, if I weren't for you, any of y'all join me in this shit, I want to be here right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not to my goal yet, but like it's slowly coming, but sure. So like I said, I owe you guys a lot, especially you, Eric. Like I said, Reach is here right now. Like I said, it worked for y'all. Like I've never found a major. Never probably would have finished school. So like I owe you guys a lot. And Rachel became my one of the few only friends I actually met at a convention. Like honestly, I'm surprised we're still like you're like you joined me on this because I'm like, yo, she only met me once. Like no, the years we met, we didn't even know each other's names. We were like, wait, what's your name?
I know the first like few times we met each other, it's like we only knew each other by like our like handles. We didn't know like each other's actual names.
Yeah, but then like honestly, I would say last year at New York Comic Con was like legit time we actually like hung out like at the con after the con. Like, that was a lot of fun. And we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again this year too.
Yeah.
Are
you going? Are you going all days?
3 days.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Same.
You know, and guys,
that's all days, right?
Well, Thursday. But like, I never go on Thursday. But yo, there's 6 tickets available. Eric, you ever want to stop by and go for one day? I think Friday.
No, I guess I could dust off my Black Panther suit and head over to Comic Con.
I think Friday and Sunday is still available.
Sunday is
Saturday's also out.
Saturday's like $65.
If you go Friday and Sunday, you can definitely go. But let's wrap this up because we're still recording. I feel so we're talking off camera right now. We are. No, thank you guys for tuning in for that She-Hulk stuff right now. But no, I want to thank everybody that joined us through Facebook or YouTube or Twitch that watched this video. If you watch this on YouTube, give us a like, share, comment. If you watch this on Facebook, give us a like, share, comment. This will be available on YouTube. This will be available on Facebook even after if you missed the live show. There will be an audio version of this on Spotify. So be sure to follow that. Be sure to follow everyone's, social media accounts under the link in the description. Be sure to follow Rachel's Instagram. Be sure to follow Eric's Instagram. Be sure to follow Green's Instagram and his Twitch because he streams just like I do. So yes, hopefully you'll see some of us next Friday or Saturday, Sunday.
All of our beautiful faces.
And I know,
especially me. Especially
you.
Oh, because I'm the host. You gotta see me. But no, Rachel is clearly the most beautiful one here right now. We're all
yeah, okay.
She's got the people. You love women with glasses, right? Wait. There we go. I didn't know which side I was at. Like, she's got glasses. Women with glasses are like bad. Like, I love women with glasses. Like, for a long ass time, when I was a kid, I was like, "You wear glasses? Ew." Grew up, I'm like, "Yo, they fine as hell right now."
They are dangerous. They are dangerous.
Especially the anime woman in glasses. Shit.
Although it sucks that I can't see.
Yeah. So yes, guys, thanks so much for tuning in for this right now. Like I said, we're gonna try our best to discuss every episode and try to get all together. But like I said, we all got lives, we got different schedules, so we're gonna try our best. But like I said, be sure to follow everybody else on our social media accounts in the description box below, and hopefully we'll see you guys next week. So y'all have a good night. Y'all be safe. Y'all take care. Y'all don't leave yet, 'cause they gotta leave. Y'all can stay, but everybody else gotta go. So ready to rock it. Don't leave the room just yet. All right, sorry. Everybody see you.